welcome to today's episode in which we're going to do a look back of the month of May of my digital art. I haven't really done too much in the way of traditional art in the month, but I decided that it'd be a good idea to showcase all my art that I did during the month. You know, because some of it doesn't actually get posted. And some of y'all on YouTube might not have seen it, with the exception of the stuff that was done for YouTube videos. So, this way, everybody gets to see my art. And if I get my tongue to work, it'd be even better. Anyway, since May is the quote-unquote mermaid month, I decided to try to focus on aquatic-based things. Kind of didn't stay that way completely, but you'll see. So the first thing I did was draw a black tip reef shark mer-dragon. And Boo's gonna come harass me. Boo boo. Why do you have to be a pest? Just lay down. Silly kitty. I think he turned out pretty good. The next thing I did was a swell shark. It's a weird sort of catfish shark that apparently their midriff swells when they get frustrated or scared, I guess. And never actually found the reason for their name in my little bit of research I did. I like their pattern, so I was like, I'm gonna turn that into a dragon as well. Boo, leave my keyboard alone. Don't hiss at me! This is my space! Drama. And then I did a hammerhead, which sadly looks like said sloth. Could not be helped. That's the curse of the hammerhead. Blame the studio for making Sid look like a hammerhead shark. Such a cool looking creature. But every time I try drawing a hammerhead shark based creature, yeah, it just looks like Sid. So. And then I got bored with sharks and decided to draw TB Tiburitsu, and don't yell at me if I get the pronunciations wrong, and the mermaid girl from Akomaden, whose name I cannot remember at the moment. I really like how it came out. I like what I did with the scales and stuff. Was avoiding my responsibilities, as Sam Does Art would put it, by hiding her face behind Chibi's head. Or Squiddy, as he's called by her, because every companion you have in that game has a different name for the pup. Fun game. I think it's a little underrated. Also, not easy to play when you're left-handed. And then I drew a very strange long-necked dugong. I don't know why I made his neck so long. I can clearly tell his neck is too long now, but I don't think I was bothered by it initially. And in the background, we have the shadows of a Magikarp and a Gyarados. Because, why not? And then I decided to start a Pokemon Fusion. That's what these things are called. This one I didn't finish. I did several for this drawing experiment, but I don't know why I didn't finish this one. I just sort of like got bored, maybe. I just wasn't feeling it. And I then drew Sidon, which I think is what I did in replacement of the Fusion Pokemon. But I drew Little Sidon, because I thought he'd be easier than trying to draw the big version. And he's cute. Then I decided to draw a alligator hippo, or more specifically a crocodile, I guess I should say, hippo hybrid. He came out cool. I like him. I like the spotting I did on him and the shading. And I really like the background. Next up, something that I've been trying to draw for many years, a fox seahorse hybrid. And I finally managed to get it to work. I'm very pleased with these two. And seriously, I've had this idea for like 6 years. And I've just now managed to actually make it work. So. And then, sort of running out of steam a little bit. It was a day 10. And so I just drew a little sea dragon in the sort of Spyro style that I draw. I like him. And I guess this is sort of a far more detailed version, sort of. Like a reimagining of the same dragon. I mean, their colors are very similar. I don't know why I drew two purple dragons back to back. But, yeah, this one's body was more seal than or mermaid or fish. And I drew a Vaporeon, which led me to draw other Pokemon again. Oh, and in the middle, I did a sketch of a couple of characters. I think these were, yeah, they're Eevee and Houndour hybrid. These two are. Names are Jonathan and O'Connell. And up here is a drop the name, Vaporeon Midiana hybrid. Didn't end up going anywhere with them, just sketches, but this is why I'm doing these videos, so you can see the sketches, because I never posted them. And then we have a Dreepy, Vaporeon, and Cubone hybrid. Really like how he came out, he's very cool. He's so sad looking though. His eyes are all red and weepy. And then I drew the literal, like, main Pokemon meme, I guess, of the Skitty Wailord breeding situation. They're very cute. Bit of a Thanos chin. I really like what I did with the shading. Sort of the blending of the blue and the pink. And then I drew a sea dragon. This I actually did post. Never got around to rendering it completely. It's just a sketch, but I really like it. I was told it looked like a sea wing from Wings of Fire. I don't really agree, based on the images from the Wikipedia page, but that's just me. This is much more of an aquatic looking dragon in my opinion. And then we have the subject of a later video, the character of Quillen Barnabas. I drew this character. Decided that I didn't particularly care for him too much, so I moved. Well, I liked him, but there were certain aspects that I didn't like, so I tried changing them up and just went further and further away from what I actually wanted. As you can tell, this one's just, what is it? And that carried on for a while. And there's some more pictures of him, where it's just, like, leave me alone, dude. I like this design, so I might use it for a different character, because it did eventually settle on Quillen's design, which you'll see later on. And another random attempt. I was like, maybe if I gave him horns to go backward, but nah, I didn't like it. I designed all my sea dragons as chibis. I really like how all of them came out, with the exception of this guy. He's already very chibi-ish, and he just looks horrible. This one's my favorite. And here's me having rendered the sea dragon in a chibi form from a couple of posts ago, or pictures ago. And the purple sill dragon. But I really like how all these guys came out. Except for him. He's horrible. And I decided that I wanted to do a more painterly style picture that was lineless. Still sort of going off with the Quillen mindset as well. And I really like how this one came out. I really like the palm trees. I'm very proud of drawing them, even though they're just, you know, silhouettes. And he came out really nice too. And then I decided to go the opposite color, and also do line art, and draw my character Zane. His horns sort of blend in with the background, but that's okay. I really like how he came out. And I decided to draw more pictures of Zane, sort of. So here's Zane, Coquine, and Jimson just chilling. And I drew a Gomamon, because why not? I drew a bunch of Pokemon, so I might as well draw a Digimon for this month. And I really like how he came out. He's super cute. Love me some Gomamon. Although I always give them elbows, despite him actually having a comment about what it's like to have elbows. And here is a picture of Spyro. I had to draw at least one every month. And I actually really like how this one came out. Hopefully, the fidelity on this recording isn't completely crap, and the compression isn't too bad, because I really like how this came out, and I don't want it to be ruined by the compression. I want y'all to see it in all of its glory. Then here is the picture that I started on my laptop, then had to finish it off on my desktop, and then my desktop was a jerk, so I'm no longer using my desktop, of Zane and Jimson having a bit of a disagreement. I like how it came out though, even though I was very frustrated. Though, I will admit, her face is a little bit wonky. Her nose should not be seen at that point of view. Maybe I'll go back and fix it at some point. Anyways, now we have Doodles. Doodles is a character of mine that is like a dog lizard creature. His coloration is a little bit off here. I think I'll play around with his colors and see what I can do with them. And not that I don't like them. They're not right. But he's cute, because he's Doodles. And then I decided to draw I guess, realistic Slowpoke. Slowpoke's one of my favorite Pokemon, so I was like, why not? And I like how he came out. He's cute. And then I'm not sure what prompted me to draw a Basilisk Lizard as a dragon, but that's what this is supposed to be. A dragon Basilisk Lizard. Or some of y'all might know it better as the Jesus Christ Lizard, because it's the lizard that can run on water. And there's a sketch of a dragon creature. I think I did this to test how well my camera could record my screen on my tablet from above, so you can actually watch me drawing. Never finished it or did anything with it, but he's cool looking. I might go somewhere with him later on. And back to the Pokemon fusions. This one is a Tortuga, Floatzel, and Carvana. And he's very colorful. And the rendering's actually really nice on him. I'm very pleased. And I have this one, the one that has gotten the most favorites for the month of May. I do this for my mom for her birthday. Ariel's her favorite Disney character, and The Little Mermaid is her favorite Disney movie, right up there with Beauty and the Beast. So, even though I don't draw humans very much, I had to draw my mom's favorite character for her birthday. And I also discovered, which I already knew, it's not really the humans that I struggle with drawing, it's clothing. I can draw a mermaid perfectly fine. Because there's not a lot of clothes. So, something that I have to work on. I have to work on clothing. And here we have a Riolu, Ammonite, and Pichu hybrid. Or fusion. He's cute. I couldn't resist drawing the bearded Riolu. It's all squatty. Yeah, this one. There were a grand total of 8 sketches in the raw file of this picture before I got to what ended up being this sketch. And then this final rendering. These are my characters, Basil and Bonnie, who I then turned around and redesigned not too long after. Just a little bit, because, I don't know, I wasn't too hyped on his design anymore, and she's just a puffball with wings. Yeah. Can't remember if it was the next one or not, but there they are redesigned. He's much more fluffy, and his colors are more muted, and she's now a fox with wings. It's just little. And I very much like them. They're very nice. And for characters that have been around since 2010? Yeah. They needed a redesign finally. A picture that I planned on doing for the mermaid drawing aquatic based things, but never got around to finishing for some reason. I will eventually. But it's just Ivy, my character Ivy, hanging out on, or jumping across rocks, following a fish, while Warren is sleeping in the background. And I drew a water dog. Specifically, I refer to it as Poodle, but it could be really any of the water dogs, bar breeds, because they kind of all look the same, with the exception of the fact that poodles generally have longer and more slimmer snouts. And basically every other water dog looks like a poodle hybrid. So, he turned out cute. I think he looks a little depressed. Possibly because he's been called ugly or something by people like my dad who think poodles are nasty. I don't get it. I'm not the biggest fan of poodle. I'm not the biggest fan of poodles, but I don't think they're nasty. And I decided that I needed to give Ivy her dues for being an aquatic creature, or at least part aquatic. So, her and Warren in a very moonlight, dark glade, I guess. Like, she soaks in a pond. I like it. I'm very proud of the background. I'm finally figuring out what I'm doing with backgrounds with my character art. For a long time I couldn't figure out how to make backgrounds that look like it matched my art style when it came to drawing characters, so that's why I kind of avoided drawing backgrounds, but I'm getting better at it. And it makes me happy. Yeah. And I decided that I needed to work on more of my character slash creatures for the world that these guys live in. So this is the race that Warren is part of, or to an extent he's a half-breed of an that basically is the easiest way to put it. He's a hybrid between these and another race. But, I don't know. I was like, it's about time I drew them. And then I designed another race that's very closely related, but looks very different. I refer to these as my Anubis unicorns. I really like them. And I drew Zap, because, like, well, what's another aquatic creature that I can draw for the month of May? And, I realized that I hadn't drawn a Skylander yet, so I drew Zap. I was going to draw Echo as well, but she was too complicated design-wise, so I went with Zap and just had a little bit of fun with his sort of design and making him look like my sort of style, and his little foot area down there with the water. Percy, nobody asked your opinion. You don't need to judge my art. And here he is, finally. The redesign of Quillen and Barnabas that I finally settled on. I have an entire video that's sort of dedicated to my struggle with designing this character. But I'm very pleased with this. He looks really good. He looks the way I wanted. I wanted something that looks sort of regal, but it could also be a little doofy looking as well. And I think I managed to land on it. He's cute. Now I just need to design his counterpart character. And maybe what I had planned for Mermaid, I could do for Inktober or one of the other drawing challenges. And this is a sketch that I cleaned up and threw some color on as an example, because I have plans to do a iron art or bronze artist challenge in the month of July, and I wanted examples for people for what I'm doing, so if they wanted to basically buy a slot to aid me in my endeavors, they have examples. So the next 3 pictures are basically examples of that. So here's a colored one, but again, it's just a cleaned up sketch that's got color slapped on it. Here's just a cleaned up sketch with just the messy lines. And here is another cleaned up sketch that's just the black and white. This one would probably eventually have been completed. I might actually finish rendering this one out. This is a character and creature that would have probably just fallen into obscurity, hidden away in my files, if I hadn't decided to use the this as an example for my art for the Iron Artist challenge thing. More creatures from Warren and Ivy's world. These are the traders. Eventually they'll show up, but because eventually I will have to do a page on them, so they will eventually come into existence, but they may change in the meantime, so I'm happy that I managed to draw them here. Oh, and here's Frank. This is another hybrid similar to Warren of my Anubis unicorn, and the same race that Warren's a hybrid of as well. Not the one that I showed, but the other one that I didn't mention. I really like how he's so shiny and colorful. Very proud of him. And this species in general. And next up, I was flipping through some of my old art, looking specifically for the word water, trying to find something that I could sort of redraw or use as a reference for a next drawing because I was running out of ideas, and I found an old picture of Evelyn and Trouble. That's it. That's his nickname, Alan. And I was like, well, I wonder what they'd look like if I put them in Warren and Ivy's universe. So I designed them. Now I have another species that I have to fill out information for and design and make a character sheet or a species sheet for. But I'm happy about that. Evelyn's the same species as Ivy, to an extent anyways. Yeah, and another Pokemon hybrid. I really like this one. Y'all can take guesses if you want. Okay, 3, 2, 1. This is a Typhlosion Hisuian. Don't at me about the fact that I'm not pronouncing this stupid new name for Sinnoh. Or the old name anyways, for Sinnoh. I cannot pronounce it. Hisuian? It's probably close enough. A Hisuian, Typhlosion, Bastilegion, and Keldeo. I really like how he came out. I have dubbed him Tyligo. And he's cool. His colors could be tweaked and made better and made him borrowed to make him into his own creature. But I was trying to use the colors from those 3 Pokemon. And then I decided that I would make another hybrid, but this time of actual animals. And so I decided an otter, because water creature, and a tiger, who also like water. And somewhere along the way, while I was working on adding the stripes and stuff, I was actually almost done rendering it. I was like, I'm gonna make it a watermelon instead of an orange tiger. I'm very happy with how this one came out. I'm thinking of calling it Sukiya. Or either that or Zigua. Or Shigua, if you want to pronounce it that way. Japanese and Chinese respectively for watermelon. And then I decided to draw another fruit-based creature. In this case, a pond turtle. With the general design of a kiwi fruit. Not as good as the watermelon tiger otter, but I quite like his general pose and stuff. He looks like a turtle. Yeah, I should know since I own one. And then I was attempting for my last drawing for the mermaid thing. I was like, I'm gonna draw a Mosasaurus from Jurassic World. But I couldn't get it to come out right. I got quickly bored. I was like, I don't feel like drawing this, so I gave up and drew the fruit cat instead. Then can't remember what inspired me to do this, but I think I was going through some of my old art of my characters and came upon a picture that I drew that was of my team characters, or the main 2 characters anyways, of my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity game. And I had a Snivy. Ashling was the character I played, and my partner. I decided to go with the opposite typing, which was a Tedpig. Named Washburn. They're caught on wash mostly. And in the game, I don't know, for some reason, I'm not sure what brought it up, but somehow I started associating Washburn as being a little bit spooked by bugs. And again, this is another example of me being like, I'm going to try drawing these characters in the Warren and Ivy universe. And since Ivy was originally a Snivy / Servine in her original form, I was like, well, okay, well, anything, our character I draw that's a Snivy, or was originally Snivy, should probably be a Frisian Draylen. I don't know why I struggle with it pronouncing it just then. So I made Aisling a Frisian Draylen. Actually, no, it's not Frisian Draylen. Not the water one. It's the Verdant Draylen. The plant-based one. Carrot, you can tell I'm tired. Because that makes more sense, the plant-based one. And Washburn got turned into a strange little pig creature called a bushwog. Which I then like, well, since I drew him as a bushwog, I should probably work on designing the bushwog's design. Which I did. This is technically Washburn right here. And yeah, bushwogs come in 2 different sort of breeds. You have the docile and you have the crazed. Kind of think like the chimpanzee and what is it, the bonobo or something like that. I don't keep up on monkeys very well, so they're very similar. One's more aggressive and the other one, that being the chimpanzee, and the other one is much more docile, that being the one whose name I cannot recall. And so that's sort of what inspired this. It's very strange that, again, I'm not the biggest fan of pigs, but I really, really enjoy drawing them. So, and I think, yeah, that was the last picture for the month of May. Because I haven't really drawn anything since. And, I mean, technically tomorrow, when I'm recording this, that I guess, yeah, technically it's today, is the last day of May. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed looking through my month of May art. I hope, again, the fidelity on this recording is okay-ish and it doesn't completely murder my art. That is a concern, but this was the only way I could figure out how to do this. Like, subscribe, and comment. I really like feedback, so please comment. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a good time, and stay safe, and bye-bye.